Alright guys, so we're back to the channel built Prado. Now today is toe point recovery day. So I got two of these from Maxpeedingrods and we're pretty much going to throw them on the car. And we're doing a bit of a dodgy install, but also not really. So I'm going to run you through how we do it and we'll put them on the car. And they're going to look somewhat like that when they're on the car. I've just driven up on these little car ramps here so we can work and they're better. And yeah, I'll show you how to do it. And yeah, you can get these on their store for $75. So yeah, I'll link that down in the description. But yeah, so we'll put them on the car and yeah, come along for the ride. So we've just spent the last like 20 minutes getting, there's two bolts that go up through here which go up to the chassis. Now they were mega tight, so we got some spray in there and we got a bar, like literally this bar on the end of this handle here, which just made like a meter long ratchet to like torsion it to make it easy to undo because it's so tight. So which isn't ideal because this isn't designed to have like quadruple the length of it to take that force. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do dodgy brothers. We're going to grind all this off here and the top up there, so our recovery point can actually bolt hard up to the chassis and through the bull bar as well. So this is the strongest way we can do this, because right now I have no recovery points and it's when I get stuck it's really bad. I have nowhere to get recovered from, so this is a must do. If you see this line here, we're going to be roughly cutting down there and across there, and pretty much we're going to be compromising the strength of the bull bar just a little bit, but there's also it's actually all held on up here as well, and we'll be able to put the bolts through this bracket steel which will still go in the chassis, so it'll still be held but not as much as it would be, because I can't really mount these on there like that. They just look silly and it might even hit the tire, to be honest. So I don't really want to be mounting them on like that. They're meant to be like that through the chassis, and if you look at it you can sort of see how the bottom, the distance between the bottom between here and here is a bit longer than the top. That's so when you recovery it's got that extra width of force to go against. So this will only be really a valid recovery point if it's mounted correctly. So I'd much rather have that mounted properly and then compromise the bull bar strength just a little bit.
3 days later.
Alright guys, 5 hours later, finally got the bracket off. Now over here I do have a towel. That's because it was catching this on fire, obviously. So I'd actually made this wet, like this is really wet, and the sparks are shooting to that and it's not causing a fire, which is great. But now that is off, and after a little bit of tidy up, we'll then just be able to throw this on like so. Look at that. And then the bolts are going to go through here, through the bull bar into the chassis. So yeah, pretty stoked with that. So if you come under here you can sort of see what's happened. Now this is awfully close to lining up, but I'm not sure if you can see, but I just need to take out this little groove up here, and then that will go up like that, and that will go through the bull bar and then into the chassis, which will be a really strong mount for this. And then also get to keep this brace for the bar, which only has 2 bolts in it, whereas the main brace has 3, and that does most of the holding. So I'm not too worried about that at all, because it's still got this whole plate across here that's obviously connected. Obviously it's not as strong, but this is the best I can do for a backyard job, because I know you guys will be like, oh, it's not strong enough. Well, yeah, this is the best I can do. So we'll cut this little bit off up here and then we'll throw it on. Alright, so I've got the first one on and it looks awesome. Now, so that's what it's going to look like. Now I know it looks a bit silly with the little sort of cut there, but you can barely notice it once you stand back, take it all in. Yeah, that's all the heat shielding right there. And you know, these are all the tools I use to sort of do it, which seems like a lot, it's because it is. But yeah, that's sort of what it looks like. So I used the factory bolts, as you can see there, because they had a built-in washer that you can't take off. And these are the ones that came with it. So that's why I haven't used these, because they have no washers. So that's what it looks like. Obviously you're not going to see the brown bolts, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, super strong. And now just need to jump on the other side and do this one here.
Much later.
And this is how the other side looks, and there is a washer and a spring washer in there, like so. They were already on that side, so I just put them straight up. And then I got the new bolts in it as well, because the old bolts were not as long, but these were longer, so those fit in there really nice. So now they're both on, and I think it looks really good. And obviously beyond looks, it's practical, and when I ever need to get pulled out from the front, that'll be the way to go. So super stoked with it, and we'll just see the test of time and how long they last for. Okay guys, well I've got them on the car now. As you can see, they look really good. I've already shown heaps of videos of that. But thanks so much to Maxpeedingrods for sponsoring this and helping me out. And I hope you can follow this video and get an idea how to do it yourself. This was how to install it with a bull bar on though. So without a bull bar, you literally just bolt it on. It's a lot easier. So yeah, so I'll link the website below. But thanks for watching guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Like, you see that there? Like, do you see that line? So I had to cut all that up there, and then that made it sit on there like that, which compromises the bull bar a bit, makes it a bit weaker. But that's that's going through the bull bar into the chassis, so that's strong. I'll tow 5 Land Cruisers off there, no worries. Which makes no sense because I'm getting recovered. But you get what I mean. Alright guys, I'd just like to give a mention to Plastic Clothing for sponsoring this episode. Now they make clothes that are for taller guys with a long torso design. So in the box here we just got a red flanny sort of looking thing. I've already worn this a few times, it's already unboxed. That's really nice, I like that one. And then we also get a hoodie, like a hoodie in here. And we got an air freshener, and we also got a beanie. Alright guys, here's the flanny. Alright, here's the jumper, very high quality. It's actually got a pocket within a pocket inside here, so when you put items in there it doesn't fall out, but very long design. If I pull it all the way down, you can sort of see how it's more of a long torso design, which I don't mind because I'm a bit taller, but really good high quality clothing. And last but not least, here's the beanie. Thanks for watching guys. Plastic Clothing, link below.